Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unearth'D video where I help you embrace your crown and protect your energy. So today I am going to share with you guys a postpartum hair loss update. It has been a year and 3 months since I had my daughter, so roughly a year since I started seeing that I had postpartum hair loss. At first I didn't think I did, but yeah, when my daughter was 3 months, I started realizing that actually I did have postpartum hair loss. I will link above somewhere one of these the video of my first postpartum hair loss. These areas, it's grown back quite a bit now, but it's these areas that had the most postpartum hair loss, and it went back, when I tell you, these areas went back all the way here. It was so bad. I didn't take pictures for a while because I was just like, ew, my forehead is already big, and then having the postpartum hair loss just made it that much worse. So these locks at the front are the ones that got mostly affected by the postpartum hair loss. So example, this one, as you can see, it was quite thick here, and then it grew very thin, and then as you can see where it's coming thick again is where I've sort of fixed it, and I've put the new growth back into the lock. So I will be sharing with you guys how I did that in this video. So I knew I had to do something more than just normally retwisting my hair with this postpartum hair loss new growth, because every time I would retwist my hair, within a few days, I was gonna say a few weeks, but it was more like a few days, all the new growth would come away from the lock. So the new growth really was not locking into the original lock. So, you know, I had to step in and do some maintenance to make sure that it started growing in with the lock. So during this year, I did try to use growth oils, but I'll be honest, I wasn't consistent with them at all. So I didn't get as much growth as I would have liked to. But when I did use this one, it's Inches by Planted. When I did use it, I did definitely see so much growth. I wish I was consistent, but life just gets away from me sometimes, and consistency goes out the door. I'll leave that link down below. I'll also leave my website link down below if you want to support your girl, buy some Unearth'd products. While my new growth was growing back from my postpartum hair loss, I did avoid styling my locks completely. So for the whole year, I just retwisted my locks, and I didn't put it in any tight styles. And if I did, I'll leave it in for maybe a few hours. So because I wasn't styling my locks as much, my retwist wouldn't last as long. But I wanted to do that to make sure I wasn't causing any more hair loss on my hairline that was already gone, because, you know, your girl needs to preserve her hairline. I also stayed away from any edge tamers or any sort of product that wasn't an oil on my hairline as well. Yeah, let's hop into the video. I'll show you guys exactly what I did, the techniques that I used to fix the locks that were most affected by my postpartum hair loss. Okay, here I'm just showing you guys what I'm working with right now, how much new growth I need to try and reincorporate into the locks, and it's quite a bit. I can't believe my forehead was looking that big. Anyway, that's how my locks have grown. As you can see, there's a very thin part closer to my root, and that's where the postpartum hair loss started. And look at that, that can make a whole lock by itself, all that new growth. So for this, I am using my rosewater mix and also my hair oil mix. If I do have a video on them, I'll link them above and below. And if you haven't seen my video on how I maintain my locks myself, I'll also link that above and below. So as you can see, there's the hair that needs to go into that lock. And what I'm doing is I'm just wrapping the ends of the new growth around the lock, and then I am interlocking it. And I'm doing this so that I could make sure that the hair now is interlocked with the lock, and then it will continue to grow with the lock. I didn't interlock all the way down to the root, only because I don't like the look of interlocked roots. So I interlocked a few times, and then I still palm rolled the root. And yeah, I am using an interlocking hook, and you can find this on my website as well. These ones are really small and super easy to use. So when I am interlocking, I'm not going from the same direction every time. I'm going at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And this is really important to make sure there aren't any holes in your locks. So I'm doing the same method all over my head. I'm just making sure the new growth is wrapped around the lock and then interlocking it, so that all those hairs that are wrapped around are then interlocked into the lock. I feel like lock is coming up a lot in this lock video. So I'm doing this over and over again. What I am going to do as well though, to repair those thinner areas of the locks, is I'm going to double them over and then crochet them. I've seen this method a lot on Instagram and it seems to help with those thin areas of the locks, because I don't want one day my lock maybe splitting or breaking off because of those thin areas. So I'm going to reinforce it by doing that. I will record a video for you guys because I do think it's going to be quite difficult, but you know, we'll see what happens. That's all the hair that needs to go into that lock. It's so much hair, like what the heck. Can't believe I lost so much hair. So as you can see, I interlock it and then I just palm roll to the root. Okay, and I am finished. I love the results that I got, and it did last very, very long. There were some strands that came out, so I did do it again. But other than that, I'm very satisfied with the results, and I hope this video helped you guys. If you are going through the same thing, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, stay sweet. Mwah.